Okay, we're just going to do a quick flip through of my journaling Bible. This is the inside cover. Each of those little doodles coincides somewhat with pages that I have journaled throughout the Bible. Here in Genesis 1:1, you can see that the shininess on some of the letters in the world was from some pearlescent watercolors. They were super cheap. I got them at Michael's, and I really loved them. So you should check those out if you're interested. We've got some simple lettering and the serpent and the fruit. Here's Genesis 9. We've got the promise of the rainbow. Again, that big cloud is those pearlescent watercolors, but the little ones are actually glitter tape that I punched with a cloud shape punch. Here is some notes. This was from a sermon from our church on idolatry, so I wanted to remember that, so I added that in. Here is the Israelite camp. The little tip-in is just a note card that I've added with some washi with some notes on the front and a little prayer on the back, so you can fold it up and still read the words underneath. We've got some pages are super simple, like this with just some simple lettering from the scriptures or inspiration from the scripture that I read. You can see a little bleed through on that page, and I'll show you how I've fixed that on another page. Here is Hannah's pregnant belly. I love that. Just a pencil sketch. And some more notes and some notes with some washi tape just for a little artistic embellishment. On this page, there's quite a story that goes with it. So I wrote that on that note card that's in the envelope, and then I use that as a sort of tab for that page. This is Goliath's sword, part of the story of David. There's an A.W. Tozer quote that I really enjoy. Psalms 1:1. Again, that's those pearlescent watercolors. Another super simple page where I've just colored in the background and done some lettering. Another one just the same. These are just colored pencil pages. This one is watercolors, and I've done two separate little doodles on the same page, and sometimes I like to do that when there's a lot of goodness on the page you want to write down. Those are actually the lyrics to King of Glory by Third Day. Now this is the page that bled through, and I just did some scrapbooking paper on the back and cut it down to size and used stickers to make it look pretty. And so you can't even tell that it's fixing a mess up. I like the watch page. I love this sparkly deer sticker, and it's perfect on this page. And the background is just some regular old watercolors. This one again is super simple. I love how this turned out. I just sketched that with a Micron pen and used some stickers for some of those words. And again, I mean, it's just pen and stickers, and the stickers came from the dollar spot at Target. So you don't have to spend a lot of money on materials to really, make a great page. So don't feel like you have to spend a lot of money to jump into Bible journaling. Again, some more just lettered pages. I like to do that a lot when I don't have a lot of time to put a whole lot of art on the page, but I'm inspired enough to I want to put something there. Again, it doesn't have to be fancy. Proverbs 31 has tons of goodness, so there's lots of stuff, lots of area left on that page for me to fill up. Like the watch. Again, this page here was inspired by a video I saw on Facebook of a middle school talent show, and I just loved it, so I added that in there. And we've got a Christmas inspired page that I did just recently. This was just a little doodle I did on some watercolor paper and tipped it in with washi tape. This one's got another tip in with a little note on it. And on the opposite page, we've got some lyrics from the song I Am Not Alone by Carrie Job. And that's again all watercolors except the fish and the octopus are acrylics. And this is another one where it's mostly watercolor with a few acrylics on top. I really like this page. The scripture said, "Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord." And I'm from the Smoky Mountain region of Tennessee, so that's the vision I got in my head. So you added that page in there. And then we've got Zephaniah 3:17, which is one of my favorite Bible verses. Now we're into the New Testament. We've got the three wise men. It's just a black pen and some watercolor in the background. And the star is again that silver glitter tape that I just cut. This one is colored pencil. And a lot of times what I do, like for this image, I just Googled what I had in my head. I just typed in and searched for Google Images and drew it from what I saw on my computer screen. The other page was lyrics from Consider the Lilies, which is a Southern gospel song. Now this is the first page I did that was a full page spread, and it's just colored pencil of Jesus calming the storm. We've got a prescription here for sin. And the waves and sky, that one was colored pencil as well. And just a little note. On this page, you can see the world is actually bleed through from the page behind it, but I liked how that looked, so I just left it that way and didn't try to cover it up or fix it. Great Commission there, and the resurrection. Some more little notes, some simple lettering. Here we've got another Carrie Job song. So if you can't tell, there's a lot of music inspired pages. This one's a Natalie Grant song. Music inspired as well. We've got Mary pregnant with Jesus, the angel, and baby Jesus in the manger. Now this one I did the pear first in colored pencil and then added the background with some watercolors. And this is another one with two separate doodles on the same page. With just the last one was colored pencil. Here's John 3:16. That one's watercolor. I believe that one is colored pencil. Here's another where I colored penciled the main image and then watercolored the background. I just really like the effect that gives. This one was one of the very first pages I did. It was the second page maybe. But I liked how that turned out and I saw room to add more to the page. This is my very favorite page I've done so far, and it's all watercolor, and as you can see, even though the colors are dark, they're still transparent, so I can still read all the words through them. And the way I added the clouds with that pearlescent watercolor was I sponged it on with a wet paper towel, and it was the perfect effect. This one was acrylic background with just some stickers on top. Again, this one's acrylic, and some of the words are stickers, some of them are written, some of them are stamped. This one says #goals. I'm sure you've seen that going around on social media, but mine is meant to be more kingdom minded instead of having your mind set on material things. There's a Beth Moore quote. It's like a name tag here. It says, "Hello, my name is Shada the One True King." Some notes on the other page. I like how this page turned out. The present or the gift is in acrylic and the rest is watercolor. The other page is acrylics and it is probably my least favorite page. It did not turn out the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. Doesn't all have to be, it's not about perfection, it's just about reading and studying the word. This is another one where I did my little soldier there is in color pencil and then I watercolored the background and then added the words. I love, it's one of my favorite pages. I loved how that one turned out. This was the very first page I ever did, and that's just a scrapbooking sticker with some doodles around it. And that one's, again, very simple, but I love the way it turned out. Again, just utilizing some letter stickers and some washi tape. You don't have to be an artist to enjoy Bible journaling. If you've got a pen, you can do it. This one is, again, watercolor and acrylic. And then just some scrapbooking stickers, and then the opposite page was colored pencil. And here, this one's watercolor. I turned off the light so you could see the green word holy at the top wasn't showing up under the super bright lights, but in real life, it's pretty bright. But so far, that's the only page I've done in Revelation. But yeah, that's all I've got so far. I've only been journaling for a little over a year. I started in October of 2014, so this is how much I've gotten done in a year. I definitely don't journal every day. It's just whenever inspiration strikes through what I'm reading, or a sermon, or a song, or what have you. Whenever I feel like journaling, I journal, and when I don't, I don't. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye.